Howdy all, lovely to see you all again. I don't know if all of you know, but in 2012 I did a version of Pull Harder on the Strings of Your Martyr by Trivium, and it was okay, but I've since relearned it and thought, high def with tabs, how can you go wrong? And the notes are way less shit as well. So I've relearned it, I'm really happy with it. Without further ado, let's relook at Pull Harder on the Strings of Your Martyr by Trivium. Alright guys, now I know we don't actually hit the 6th string in the whole solo, but as a gentleman's formality, the tuning of this song is drop D, which is D, A, D, G, B, E. So get yourself in tune and we'll get started. Okay, let's take a look at the first section. I've got a really quick pulse on an up and down bend on 6 of the 3rd string, and then after I've gotten back, I want to go up again. It's got a very cool vibe to it. Then after that, I want to work into this phrase. I think this is really cool because it's all along one string, so let's take our time with it. I'm playing 7, 9, and then 7, 9, 10 on the 3rd string. At the end of that, I want to hit 9, 10 again. So it's going to go 7, 9, 7, 9, 10, and then 9, 10. At the end of that, I'm going to hit the 10th fret again and slide from 10 to 12, and then play 10, 9, 7. I've kind of run out of fingers, so I'm just using my pointer there. This is what we should have thus far from the start. Okay, then once again, I'm going back to that bend on 6th fret, and then I want to hit 8 of the 4th string as a single note, and then again as a pinch harmonic. So I'm going to go. There we go with the squeal, and then I do it again, but this time after I've done the bend, I'm going to do 8 of the 4th string as just 2 notes. So let's do it again nice and slow. You can hear the difference. The timing's the same, we've just got that artificial or pitch harmonic on the first group. Let's put the whole section together slowly and then we'll do it again with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Okay, so the second section is predominantly around an F major 7 arpeggio, and there is a gentlemanly sliding sweep tap at the end of it. Let's take our time with this one. I want to start off with the first 4 notes, going 7, 8 on the 5th, and then 7 of the 4th, and then back to 8 of the 5th. Okay? And I keep this kind of slightly muted as well. I want to jump to 7 of the 4th string and play 5 of the 3rd. I'm going to do that idea twice. All together a bit slower. After that, I want to play 9 of the 3rd string with my pinky, but I'm going to play 9, 10, 9 as the slide, and then pull off to the 5 with my pointer. It does seem like a big stretch, but when you've got the momentum and the speed, it actually isn't that ridiculous to get the speed and the sound of the pull off nice and clear. Okay. After that, I'm going to do a pull-off from 9 to 5 again, and I'm going to go straight up the major 7 arpeggio. So what I'm doing is pulling off 9 to 5, and then I want to play 7 of the 4th and 8 of the 5th. Hopefully that's all making sense. And I'm going to jump to 7 of the 4th, and then play 8, 7, 8 on the 5th. So thus far it's all been relatively picked. There's been a couple of pull-offs, but let's have a look at the whole thing again. Hopefully that's all making sense. Then after that, I'm just going to go through sort of a triad, basic F major arpeggio. What I'm doing here is I'm playing 5 of the 3rd, 6 of the 2nd, and 5 of the 1st. and then a hammer on. So just a quick sweep through that. As soon as I finish the hammer on, my tap comes over and I want to tap 12 and then slide to 13 and back to 12. So I'll go. As soon as I finish that, I try and do most of the rest of that 3-string arpeggio with just hammer-ons from nowhere or just legato without the right hand. So I go like this. From that point, I finish off the arpeggio by playing 7 of the 4th string. So I try to repick here and then just do a mini sweep. So I'm playing 7 of the 4th and then playing 8 of the 5th, pulling off to 7, hammering back to 8, and then back to 7 again. So we're going to have 4 notes with that one pick. Let's go from the sweep tap, and then we'll put it all together relatively slowly and do it again with some taps. Here we go. All right, let's try the whole thing now. One more time, some tabs. All right, let's have a look at the 3rd section. I want to start by playing 7/8 on the 4th string. Then I'm going to play 6 of the 3rd and then jump back to 8 of the 4th. At the end of that, I've got quite a slidey phrase here. I'm sliding from 6 to 10 and then to 7 and then to 6 all in one pick. Okay, and then I work into this. Let's slow that down. I want to play 8 of the 4th and then 6 of the 3rd again. And then I work into this little legato run. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pluck 8 of the 4th string and then pull off 7/5, and then hammer back to the 7 and then pull off the 5. So we should have 5 notes all together in one pick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully that's all making sense. And then I jump up to the 5th string and I want to play 8/7/5 as a pull off again. But I'm going to slide to 4 at the end of that. So I'm going to get 4 notes out of one pick there. So we've got... Let's try the whole section thus far slowly from the start. And we've got a big delicious run that comes here. I start shredding again here. I'm going to play 5, 7, 8 on the 5th string twice. Nice and triplety. And then I just play 5, 7, 8 once on the 4th. Okay. After that, I want to do a hammer on from 6 to 7 on the 3rd string and then get my ring finger and jump to 8 of the 4th. Let's try that whole run thus far. It's getting a little bit harmonic minor if you haven't noticed. Okay, and then we work into this phrase. What I've got here is I'm playing 6, 7, 9 on the 3rd string. And I got a sort of almost a Hungarian minor shape here. I'm playing 6, 9, 10 on the 3rd now. When I drop that shape down a string and I want to pull off 10, 9, 6 on the 2nd. So I go. Okay, at the end of that, I'm going to play 9 of the 3rd. And there should be a squeal somewhere on 6 of the 2nd string. Now this is where there's an overdub and they cross over. So you might decide to leave the squeal out and go straight to the arpeggio at the start of section 4. It is up to you. Let's have a look at the whole section relatively slowly, and then we'll do it again with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. The 4th section starts with a little arpeggio. I've decided to go with the higher harmony because I think it's slightly more delicious. Anyway, it's going to be using a basic D minor arpeggio. I want to start off by playing 13, 17, 13 on the 1st string. And then I'm going to play 15 of the 2nd. And then 14 of the 3rd. And then I do a quick 14 on the 3rd string twice. And then after that I work into this. So here we go. Let's take that slowly. I'm going to play 2 hits on 14 of the 3rd string, and then I'm going to slide from 14 to 12, then 12 to 14, then 14 to 17, and then 14, and then 17 to 15. So to go. Okay, then from there I go. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go from 15 to 14, and then 14 to 15, and then 15 to 12, and then 12 to 14. So that last part. Let's go from the arpeggio at the start. Hopefully that's all making sense. And then I go into this very triplet-y shred. What I want to do at the start of this is start off in kind of a B-flat Lydian vibe. I'm playing 13th fret of the 5th string. I'm playing 13, 15, 17. And then I play 15 of the 4th. And then I want to play 17, 15 to finish that group of 6. So I'm going to go. I'm going to do exactly the same thing again, but this time instead of hitting 15 on the 4th string, I'm going to hit 14 on the 4th string. Hopefully that's making sense. And then I jump up to this higher harmony. So we just do one of each of these. Then I jump to 15 of the 2nd string. I'm going to play 15, 17, 18. And then I play 17 of the 1st string. And then 18, 17. And once again, we're working in a group of 6 or 2 triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do exactly the same thing again, but this time when I jump down to the 1st string, I'm going to play 15 instead of 17. All together. I'm going to do that idea. When we hit the 17 and the 15, I'm going to do 2 of each of those. Okay, let's try and do the whole thing from the start, and then we'll add the little end to it. And then we'll work into this last run. What I've got here is I'm playing 10, 12, 13 on the 1st string, which is the same as what we had over here, but it gets us more in position if we do the same notes in a different spot. So I'm going to go 10, 12, 13, and then hit 13 again and reverse it. So we're going to go. At the end of that, I want to play 13, 11, 10 on the 2nd string. And at the end of that, I have a chromatic run there where I'm playing 13, 12, 11, 10. So all together of that last little chunk. Let's try the whole thing relatively slowly from the start, and then we'll do it again with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Okay, so section 5, we've just come from the delicious chromatic run, and then I work through a little bit of legato and some triplet shred. I'm going to start from 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and I'm going to hammer 2 to 3, and then pull off back to the 2, and then I'm going to do 2 triplets. So what I'm doing here is I'm going 5, 3, 2 on the 4th string, and then I want to go 3, 5, and then roll over to 7. So I'm going to use that moment to get my hand over to the next position in the little lick we've got here. So from the start, hammering on into a pull-off. 5, 3, 2, 3, 5, 7. And we're going to do roughly similar phrasing for each of the next couple of chunks. The next one, I'm going to go 3, 5, 3 on the 3rd string still. I'm doing a hammer on into a pull-off. And I've got a triplet working backwards on the 4th. I'm playing 7, 5, 3. And then I'm going to play 5, 7, 8. And I'm using that last note as an opportunity to do a small position shift on my fretting hand. So from the start. Okay, then from this point, I'm going to go 5, 7, 5 as a hammer-on into a pull-off. Now I'm going to go 8, 7, 5, and then work forwards, which is going to go 7, 8, and then roll over to 10. So we should have 3 mini shreds now. Hopefully that's all making sense. Now the last one is a little bit different. I'm going to go 7, 9, 7 as a hammer-on into a pull-off. I got a quick triplet working backwards, going 10, 8, 7 on the 4th. Nice and slow. I play 7, 9, 10 on the 3rd. So it all slows down there. Let's try to do the whole section relatively slowly, and then we'll do it again with some tabs. One more time, some tabs. Okay, last section. One thing I want us to keep in mind is that all of the diminished arpeggios we're working with are just the same crap in a bunch of different spots. So once you do a couple of these, when they come up in the song, you'll notice that they're all basically the same shape. So let's get cracking. I want to start off with a pull-off from 6 to 3 on the 1st string, then play 5 of the 2nd and 6 of the 3rd. Now I want to make my way back up exactly the same way through that arpeggio, and then when I get back to the 1st string, I'm going to do a hammer-on from 3 to 6. Okay, so once I've gotten there, I'm going to slide from 6 to 9. So we're going to go... As soon as I've gotten to the 9th fret, I want to pull off back a minor 3rd to that 6th fret again. So we're keeping it very diminished here. At the end of that, I'm going to jump to 8 of the 2nd string, and I'm going to do 2 quick chromatic groups of 4. I'm going to play 8, 7, 6, 5 on the 2nd string. Now, it is a little bit strange going from like a sort of a sweepy motion to a shred, but if you practice it enough, it's not too redonk. Okay, then from there, I want to start from 9 of the 1st string. I'm going to slide from 9 to 12, and then pull off back to 9 and work up a diminished arpeggio. So I pull off to the 9 and then play 11 of the 2nd string and 12 of the 3rd. Okay, and then I want to make my way back up the arpeggio to 12 of the 1st string. So we're going to go like this. Once again, into a hammer-on, and then I pull it off, and then I want to make my way back up the arpeggio and stop at 12 of the 3rd string. So all up, when we're going up and down that arpeggio, we should hit 12 of the 3rd string twice. Hopefully that's making sense. Okay, let's take it from the start now. Okay, after I finish on 12 of the 3rd string, I'm going to do 1 chromatic group of 4. I'm going to play 11, 10, 9, 8 on the 2nd string. As I said, we only have enough time for 1, not 2 like what we had previously. Okay, then I go... So we're nearly there. I want to slide from 12 to 15 and then pull off into a diminished arpeggio. I play 14 of the 2nd and 15 of the 3rd and then make my way back. When I hit 15 this time, I'm going to slide that over straight away to 18th fret, which is 3 frets up, and do the same diminished shape. So it'll go... So what I'm doing here, once I get to 18, I want to pull off to 15, play 17 of the 2nd and 18 of the 3rd. But instead of reversing all the way back, I want to finish on 17, so it'll go to the last 2 notes I was playing. At the bottom of the sweep was the 15, and then just a cheeky 17 instead of 18. And that's the whole solo. So let's do section 6 nice and slow. One more time with some tabs. And that was the solo from Paul Harder on the strings of your Martyr by Trivium. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. I'll catch you real soon.